Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today guys, got another commander guide, and today we're going to be talking about Frodo and Sam. Now, I've heard a few stories, I've tested them out in the past, I've never used them in 2.0 until the last few days, and without hesitation I have to say, I think they're probably one of the best commanders in the entire game. You might think I'm insane, but wait until you see the results. When it comes to defensive, of course, not attacking and stuff like that, but they seem to never die, no matter, like, I verse people in here with 4 zenith commanders, level 10s, 11 zeniths and that, and they just never die. Like, they just clutch and hold in there forever and always get into a draw. They're absolutely fantastic. We're going to go over how I built them with the skilling as well as gearing. I've come up with a pretty awesome gearing, so we're going to talk about that and everything. And then I've got a lot of battle reports, so we're just going to go briefly through them because I've got a lot. Like, I've been getting in so many battles. Like, I think I leveled them up, like, in, like, a day or two. Like, 1 or 2 days from, like, level 40 all the way up to, like, level 44 and 45 nearly. So, yeah. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright, our commanders. Let's go in and find good old Frodo and Sam. So, I did get them to respect level 10. Of course, they're blocked by Ascension, so I can't go any higher than that. But I know a lot of people that have Frodo and Sam up in these levels and that. And I can tell you now, like, if you have a decent, like, respect level 5 and up, they're still fantastically good. So we can have a look at their stats and that. So yeah, respect level 10, currently at level 44. You'll see them lower levels and working their way up from the reports. So damage, obviously not very high at 9 to 10. With this gear, HP of 5500, command of 339, which is pretty good. Because as you can see, damage received by the army will reduce by 25.3%. Healing is good as well, but I don't have any healing. And as you can see, their base stats aren't that high at all, but it's all about the gear. So as you can see with my gear here, for my sword here, I'm using Reckoning, which is giving the command plus 120, but the big thing that I'm going for is unit defense gear, because I'm going to be using like Swan Knights and that. I think even in some of the earlier reports, I didn't have Swans, so I was just using like Guardians and stuff like that. And I was buffing the unit defense so they last a lot longer in battle. So as you can see here, Reckoning, unit defense plus 45. And then I have this Hallberg here, which also increases defense by 48. And a commander HP of 1760 buff. We then have the Cast of the Submerged Isles, which gives defense plus 48 once again. So yes, of course, our units are going to be very tanky. And then the Silver Harp of Rivendell, a little bit extra command there, with unit defense of 42. Also gets a lot of unit attack buff here as well, but it doesn't really come into play too much. He'll only do anywhere from like 15 to 30,000 K damage, but yeah, it's not a lot. It's more about avoiding the damage and everything when it comes to the skilling. Now, if you're someone that has Frodo and Sam with the Relic, that would be absolutely insane with the Star Glass, because it gives crazy thing called True Courage. In the first 2 rounds, this formation has a 11.7% chance to evade all damage when the army includes orcs. But I don't know if anyone's really got that unlocked and then test that out. I almost was going to get it before, and then 2.0 came and I got blocked by it. It could have been very interesting. Alright, the skilling. So at respect level 10 and level 44 at the moment, you can see that Morgul Blade is affected his eyes right there, right about now, or he's been smoking some old Toby, because those eyes are looking a bit sus, Frodo, mate. So yeah, of course, we've got Ring Bearers, which of course, Commander's Formation Unit has a 35% chance at max to evade damage taken. Don't take into effect the 25% chance, because that will be removed at level 5. And at level 10, you get a unit defense plus 5, so that's going to work with that gear that I had before. Then, of course, Master of Bag End, which is absolutely fantastic. Damage received from the Commander's Formation minus 30%. And your damage dealt will be reduced to 10 at level 5, which is better than the 20%, with another unit defense of plus 5 at level 10. So you're going to have super tanky units that are going to also have the chance to avoid the amount of damage as well. And then my extra points I have into Hobbit's Adventure here, which increases defense of Man, Elf, Dwarf, Hobbit, Beast, and Ent units in 2 formations to 3.6. Now, if you had them a bit higher and could get them level 5, this would affect all 4 formations, which would be even more better. And then, if I've got, I think, 1 extra little point here in Power of the Bloodline that increases defense for Man, Hobbit, and Ents, which is pretty good for the attack and defense of 5 plus 5. So they've got the Power of the Bloodline on as well. So yeah, that's how I pretty much built them. So yeah, let's go have a look now at some battle reports, guys. I got tons. We're not going to go fully in depth. I'm just going to give you a quick brief overview of a bunch because I got tons. So yeah, I'll get that up for you now, guys. So as you can see, as we're scrolling through here, like a lot of PvP in the last day or two, doing a lot of tests. You will see a lot of mixed results. I'm just going to go back a bit and work our way up. Like, I don't know where I start. There's so many reports that I could show you. So I'm not 100% sure where we'll start. So let's just not go too far back. We'll just start from here. So let's have a look at this guy. So it was a pretty even battle here that we battled this guy. So yes, I was using Swan Knights here, so I didn't go as far back as possible, but it was more to do with the Swan Knights. I'll try and go back a bit further after this one. So as you can see from this report, I'm higher levels than that as well. Yeah, if we have a look at the breakdown, we did 305,000 damage to his 232,000 received. We did quite well there in the battle. You can see that like Frodo and Sam, of course, are still alive and completely tank the damage and keep us going. If I scroll back a bit, I'm just trying to find some. Like there's just so many battle reports, it's unreal. This one here, where we're using swans here, yeah. Like I've just done that much PvP, it's just unbelievable. So probably maybe here, maybe Morgoth. Okay, so this was before I switched, so we're very close. Let's have a look here. So maybe let's look at this one, the Here's Woofy one. We're using that fully, so very close. Nizan, this might have been the first one. Alright, so this was the first one here. When we went against Nizan here, we did win this battle. It was very close. We weren't using swans at the time, but we're using all a small unit army. And as you can see, we're still getting pretty good draws and results here. Like very close, like 300,000 damage each. Alright, let me scroll through here because I have a couple of really good, like, the ones where I completely destroyed it and that, I'm not taking into effect and stuff like that. This Skids guy, let's have a look at this report. So, I was using, like, all the small units here with the Swans, going up against some Tier 2s and Tier 3 Dragoons and Marauders there. Pretty decent battle report. 300, we took a lot more damage to 252. This guy's pretty decent, like, Respect 13 and stuff like that. We got a Zenith 3 there. Like the focus damage, these focus damage and damage dealer combination is quite strong. But overall, not too bad whatsoever. If I scroll through, there's like so many reports I could show you against this Azrael guy who had all level 49s. We did quite well here. As you can see, 326,000 damage to my 306,000. Frodo, as you can see, always still alive. Have a look at some of his commanders, like a Zenith level 6 52 initiative Sauron there, very nice. Scar Helm, we know it's very strong. Respect level 8, a bit lower, but still very good. Respect 7 on Sestaro. But as you can see, the Evil is using a lot of these guys now because they do such good damage. It's unreal. Let's have a closer look here at some other ones. So we were there before, so let's scroll down. Let's have a look at this because we versed this guy before. This guy was very strong. So this guy's super strong, guys, as you can see. So this is the report where we're still using small units, and as you can see, we're still tanking and staying alive. I was pretty happy with this because this guy's very strong. Zenith level 2, full Warcry set here, very good. We have Zenith level 2 on Saruman, looking very nice. We have Witch King at a beautiful Zenith level 8 full Warcry set there, and a Sauron at Zenith level 10. So yeah, you get the idea. I'm versing very strong armies. Obviously, I lost this one, but still a pretty good result, nonetheless, when using a Frodo and Sam in there. You can see we got some other better results against like some smaller armies. This guy was only using Tier 2s, but we completely knocked him out straight away. Okay, I was pretty happy with this result because this guy is very strong as well. He was using some different units here, which was very interesting with like War Drummers and Corsairs and that, but he was all level 50s. As you can see, still using the small units here, but he had some good commanders like a Zenith level 9 there on his Sauron, Zenith level 1. I think he's got 4 Zeniths, I think. Or, as you can see, another Zenith level there and Zenith level 6. So yeah, very strong. I'm very happy with these results. We got into a couple of other battles here. I'm just trying to see which was some good ones. This was a close battle here. We can have a look at this one. I was a tiny little bit damaged. This is when I started putting the Bow Knights back on because I made some to try to get the better initiative on my Gandalf the White. He only had level 44s, but very tanky with these a lot of tier 4 units there. So as you can see, it was still pretty decent when it came to the damage. And these guys, they're tanking the damage and that, and just staying alive forever. And the damage command is pretty much doing what they need to do. Okay, this is another really good result because this guy's super strong. He reduces the amount of damage. I do a lot with the avoidance, with of course from undying. Of course, the same kind of results here, all zenith level commanders. You've seen me verse a lot of these guys a lot this season. We've been versing Angmar a lot. I don't think it's like respect 11. Yep, I got a pretty good memory. But yeah, very strong results there. If we move up like a bit further, this Mad King guy, this guy is super duper strong. I was already damaged at 6,300, but so I didn't get the best result, but all level 50s here, and this guy's like super, like zenith 11, another zenith 11 with some old gear, like his speed there is like 60 something, zenith 6, and then a respect level 12, so super strong. Like, I was down like 1,500 already. I obviously would have lost the battle, but I would have did a bit better. But still, pretty good results there. I was pretty happy with that, even though I was already damaged. This is just a result when I bump into something a little bit smaller and easier. Just completely destroyed. 280,000 damage done there by my damage dealers. So this is a bit better. So this is when I was full strength, and I came up against the Mad King once again. So as you can see, when I was full strength, I actually won this battle here, and at first I thought that Sauron was dead, but when I went in and had a look at the breakdown, all 4 of his commanders did battle. So we did fantastically here. As you can see, if we look at the breakdowns, 256,000 to 300,000 damage. So when I'm full and I'm using this setup, I did really, really well. I just want to scroll up to some of these other ones because I think I started using a couple of extra bow knights here. You can see I did really good in this battle here. Close kind of levels. Remember, my Frodo and Sam here have always been like the lower 40s. So, but they're still tanking very well. 217,000 damage there done by Dane. 342,000 to 246,000. So yeah, you're getting the idea, guys. This last battle that we just got into with Morgoth here, all level 50s, some tier 3 trolls in that. We did fantastically. Frodo and Sam, it's all about them just staying alive every single battle. They're just fantastic. 300,000 damage received for 232. So I'm doing a lot more consistent now. He does fantastically with the swans, but you did see from a couple of reports there, he does a lot good with any kind of unit there, but the swans in particular, absolute fantastic. Like, if you have, like these guys, like if you're playing non-roleplay and use the tier 3 trolls that do the same kind of thing, which negates attacks towards them, they're going to be fantastic. He'll work fantastically with trolls and that as well. He just won't get a couple of extra little buffs because he doesn't work the best with evil units, but still will be absolutely crazy strong. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much what's going on. Just doing a lot of PvP, leveling them up, doing a lot of tests and stuff like that. But overall, Frodo and Sam are absolute fantastic commanders, guys, and I highly recommend you try and test them out. You will not go wrong. Alright, guys, well, until next time, peace out, EJ's out, and I'll catch you guys later. See yous. Thousands subs of the EJU army, yeah, you guys are legends to me, so let's keep on.